out of the mud frozen mud pie. This comes to us on page 153 of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book, under the section Blue Ribbon Winners. It's the first snowfall of the year, so I decided the perfect recipe to start off the snowy season with was a frozen treat, frozen mud pie. Now you may think that making a frozen treat on a frozen day is a bit weird, but frozen mud pie is actually a staple at holiday get-togethers in the Midwest, at least in the circles that I'm from. And the recipe starts off with making a crust made of crushed up ice cream sugar cones, a whole 5-ounce box worth. Aren't these things simply gorgeous? The rolling pin is not giving me the results that I want. Time to fire up the old blender. Downshift! Ha ha ha, now that's the money. Moisten the crumbs with an entire stick of melted butter. Mix it up. Press the mixture into a 9.5-inch deep dish pie pan. Now we let this chill for 15 minutes to let everything firm up. Bake this at 350 for 10 minutes. Leave the crust to cool on a wire rack, and we're now going to work on the chocolate. Chop up 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate bars. Now I'm chopping up Ghirardelli bars because if I'm gonna make something this decadent, I might as well go all out. Place your chopped chocolate inside of a saucepan, alongside 1 cup of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. At this rate, we'll be done by Christmas. And now we melt everything together over super low heat. Fire! And just keep stirring at it until all of the chocolate is melted and the mixture is smooth. At which point you're going to kill the heat and add in a teaspoon of almond extract. Mix it up, and then we let this cool until just lukewarm. Pour in about 1/3 of the glaze into the pie shell. Spread it around just enough so that it coats the bottom. And now we take this and freeze it for a ½ hour to set the glaze in the crust. In the meantime, we are going to toast a ½ cup of slivered almonds. Make sure you really babysit the almonds, because I can tell you from experience that nobody likes burnt nuts. And now we're going to work on the filling, which is literally just 1 ingredient. 2 pints of Baskin-Robbins Jamocha Almond Fudge ice cream. Now you can use any brand of mocha almond ice cream you want, just make sure that it's in pints. Set out 1 of the pints at room temperature for 10 minutes to soften. Spoon the ice cream out of the pint and spread it across the pie shell. Spread another 1/3 of the glaze on top. Gotta work quick. And then sprinkle half of the toasted almonds on top. Return to the freezer to chill for another 15 minutes, and then we repeat the process a second time. Set out the other pint for 10 minutes. Spoon it out. Gotta be careful with this. Spread the last of the glaze on top. Now, as you can see, I did not reserve enough glaze in order to completely cover the top, which is what you really want with this. So I'm just gonna settle for this marbled look right here. Top with the rest of the almonds, and just finish the process by freezing this thing for 2 hours. And there you have it. Getting out of the mud, frozen mud pie. Presentation is a bit sloppy. So it's worth mentioning here that I skimped a very important part of the process, and it's that I didn't really allow enough time to let the layers sort of solidify and become more distinct from each other, which is kind of the goal of this recipe if you want to present this for a baking contest. Oh yeah, that's nice. Chocolate's nice and rich. You get a nice crunch from the almonds and the crust, which has a very nostalgic sweetness to it. And of course, the mocha flavored ice cream gives the right amount of zing to withstand this cold, cold weather. The presentation is sloppier than what I would have liked, but I'm not making this for a contest or anything. I'm just making it for myself and my friends and family. But since this is a YouTube video where I'm showing you how to make this, I think it's worth turning this into a teaching moment. If you're like me and you're kind of a novice baker, you can let yourself open to making mistakes. That's 100% okay. Because the biggest mistake that you could ever make is not learning from your failures. Making this pie was a really humbling experience for me because I could analyze exactly how I went wrong with this and then hopefully do better next time. Because let me tell you people, the moment you start thinking of yourself as star baker material, that's when you get results like this. Consider this a good old slice of humble pie. Click the link in the description to get your own copy of Sugar Butter Flour, the official Waitress pie book, so that you too can make for yourself getting out of the mud frozen mud pie. Thank you so much for watching Waitress Wednesday today, and I will see you in the next one.